Hi, I'm Grant McLaughlin, a designer of the black and silver flag. I'm regularly asked what makes my silver fern design the best. Well, I list 5 reasons. Our design resembles a silver fern. It is loyal to the original silver fern designed 127 years ago. It's suitable for a national flag. It resonates with the most people, and it is the simplest and most elegant of all designs. So, before we start, I'll give you some background about the silver fern, its significance as a national emblem to New Zealand, and how to draw it. The silver fern is a native tree fern unique to New Zealand. It is also known as the silver tree fern, or ponga to Maori, or its scientific name, Cythea deobata. Its unique features include a silver underside and 3 levels of division, or pinnats. Its branches, leaves, and leaflets all being proportionate to each other and symmetrical. As the fern matures, its fronds unfurl from the Archimedes-like spiral to a logarithmic-like wavy shape. The silver fern is presented as emblems in 3 different formats. The koru is a juvenile silver fern is in its furled state. To Maori, it symbolizes renewal. The mature silver fern appears as an emblem in 2 formats. The oldest method is the shiny laurel leaf method, as seen on heraldry such as the Army, Police, Fire Service and Navy emblems, which dates back to 1843. The most adapted format is the wavy silver fern format, first used by the New Zealand native football rugby team in the 1888-89 tour of Britain. Thomas Allison, then as the first captain of a New Zealand team, adopted the design for the all-black uniform. This design became the template for many adaptations for representative bodies since. Now, this template has several features that distinguish the silver fern from other ferns, plants, and even the feather, which was known back then as the symbol of cowardice. The silver fern appears white, as Maori used the shiny side of the fern to reflect the moonlight to act as their guiding light. The black background not only represents the darkness, but also black is the colour of mana or respect, as represented here by the white-tipped huia feather worn in the hair. For a national flag, any silver fern emblem needs to be the template that all other adaptations follow. It also needs to be simple to describe and recreate. For our black and silver flag's design, we stylised the original silver fern to its simplest and most fundamental form. Our overall flag's design is based on the New Zealand War Service Medal awarded to all returned servicemen in 1946, weeks before our independence from Britain. We have incorporated the stripes of the ribbon, which increases the visibility and functionality of the flag, and we've positioned the silver fern at the flag's centre. Just so you know, the medal's silver fern is also based on Thomas Allison's design. There are several ways to recreate our design. You can simply cut and paste on a computer. You can trace the outline. You can draw it manually based on a few parameters, or you can draw it as a vector from scratch on a computer. For this tutorial, I will walk you through how to draw our silver fern, which we reckon is the easiest silver fern to draw. Easier, we reckon, than the Canadian flag's maple leaf. I'll walk you through it. Effectively, our silver fern is a connect the dots drawing using several guides. Like the silver fern in nature, there is not a single straight line in our interpretation. The stem and the tips of the leaflets follow these simple inflexed curves, which start at these points, end at these points, and inflex at these points. The vector handles here flex the curve at these points. Along these curves you can see graduations. The blue dots represent the tips of each leaflet and are equidistant along the curve. The green dots represent the leaflet bases and are also at consistent spaces along the frond stem. Just to demonstrate how each curve fits within the space provided here in blue, each point of the curve aligns to these yellow lines. So, here is how these dots connect to form the silver fern. For the curves between the bases of each frond and tip, here are the handles. To achieve a consistent shape between the fronds, there are two curves between the tips that share the same handle. In a nutshell, see this line? Make sure your curve stays on one side of the handle. Finally, for the tip of the whole fern, here are the points for the handles which coincide with these guides. If you want to draw this fern freehand, simply pencil the curves, notch the tips and bases along them, and connect the dots using curves. Before you go, our design incorporates an area for ensigns. In the canton at the top left-hand corner, the emblems of our civil service and defence forces can be inserted, or even if you have your own emblem if you want. So there you go, it's as simple as that. Try it for yourself and let us know how you go. If you like our design, please like our Facebook page. If you have any questions, please ask them on that page. Thank you.